Let's talk about dynamically allocating an array of structures. To do this, I'm going to have a structure circle to help me out with it, as well as a circle function that's going to be initializing it. So if you don't know about this, check out the other videos in the playlist, link below the like button. I'm just going to do a brief overview of what we have so far, and then we'll get into dynamic allocations of arrays of structures. So let's say that you have a structure right here. You see I've declared all these different aspects of it, these members. After this, I have a method. It's going to be returning a structure from the method. And inside of here, you can see that we are initializing all of our structure members and then returning the structure. So inside of our main, what we're going to do is make a new instance of structure, and we're initializing it with the getCircleData method that I created. Then after this, we're going to take the address of our structure, which is C, and we're going to create a variable that points to the structure. We're only going to create one variable, but you can create multiple if you wanted to. So let's define a structure pointer variable, and we're going to set it to null initially, so it's going to be of type circle. It's going to be a circle pointer. Remember, it's a pointer, and since it's a pointer, it needs an asterisk in front of it. And then we're going to set it equal to a null pointer originally, so there's nothing inside of it. If you wanted to, you could combine lines 28 and 29, but we're not going to do that here. Let's initialize the address of C, which is this, to our circle pointer. So the circle pointer is equal to this address. So you know how we have this pointer to our circle right here? We're going to make our array based off this. So to make our dynamically allocation of structures, we are going to have circle pointer, and then we're going to set it equal to a new circle. Well, we'll have 10 elements inside of here. So it's going to look like this. Circle pointer, it's the same as here. It's going to dynamically allocate an array of 10 circle structures to the heap using this new operator. So it's going to assign the address of the first element to the circle pointer. Circle pointer right here is going to point to the beginning of this new array. Because we're dealing with memory and pointers and such, we should make sure that we delete this when we're done with it. Just remember that. And the deletion would look something like this. Delete, and then we'll put the brackets because it's an array, and then we'll have circle pointer. That's going to release our memory. So now that we have this dynamically allocated, we can start modifying the values inside of the C. Let's prove that we're actually doing something by first doing a cout, and I'm going to have our circle pointer, and I'm going to print out, let's say, the third element inside of here. We'll do 3, and then we'll print out the radius, and then we'll just end this line. So what I'm doing is I'm going cout, so we're printing to the console out, and then we're going to go to the circle pointer, the dynamic allocation right here. We're going to get the third new circle, and we're going to get the radius of that. So let's modify the radius. We're going to modify the radius of every single one going up, so we'll do this in a for loop. In I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, and then I plus plus, that way we can get through the entire thing. Now, inside of here, I'm going to want to, I can ask the user, I can prompt them for a radius. So let's do enter radius. And then after we do this, we can assign the input that the user gives to our circle. Let's do cin, and then we're not storing it in anything, we're immediately passing to our circle pointer. So circle pointer, and then we're going to have it be based on I and then radius. So essentially what we're doing is asking the user for input with the cin. The cin is then going to go into this. So circle pointer I is based on I. The radius is going to store the input, and then we're just going to end this line. This end line should not be here though, because we're just doing the input right there. And that's pretty much going to be it for this for loop. Afterwards, let's go ahead and print out the third index to show that we've changed. I just want to address we've printed out 0 when we printed out the third index, and that's because we have nothing stored at this new circle. So let's start entering the radiuses. So I'm just going to do 11, 22, 33, 44, last one. We'll go 100. So we see that we print out 44 when we originally printed out 0. Remember, there's nothing in here initially, which is why we printed out 0. And then the third index is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. So we print out the 44 down here. And that's how you would use dynamic allocation of an array of structures. So again, we're using this for loop to just fill in some information. You could do the same thing with the diameter or the area, which we also have inside of here as members. This is the new part that we have in this video. If you have any questions on it, leave a comment below. And for more C++, there's a playlist link below the like button.